レッド、ビアード。
I like Mad Scientist if I can get some secrets. You got this quiz from somewhere else, right? I'm curious how you did. What is the ninth wonder of the world? I don't know any of these. According to Mr. Burns, what is the ninth wonder of the world? Is it his casino? Is it the Spruce Moose? I don't know. Power plant? Yeah, I don't even know when he says these things. The Loch Ness Monster. The eighth of the world being Jim Neighbors' heavenly singing voice. I feel like these are hard. I don't feel that bad not getting these. I don't. The Pleta Peta, like, yeah, maybe I could have got that. It ate everyone stupid. I remember the line, I don't remember. It ate everyone stupid. I don't remember them that well. I think Crusher's better here, right? I need hero power cards. I do want a secret. Alright, I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna have a secret in the deck. Let's take the sun spot. Could have had two of them. This is really good too, but let's grab the remnant. This card's really good as well. So is Archivist if you have this, though. Maybe we just take that. Amplifier works with our Mordresh, at least. What was the name of the Fightingist Squad and Fightingist Company in the 3rd Fightingist Battalion in the Army commanded by Sergeant Iriam Simpson? The Hellfish? Were they the Flying Hellfish? The Hellfish? Let's take Audio Splitter. I hope I got that one right. The Fighting Hellfish. Oh, okay, well. What's up, Anton? How are you, man? Let's grab that Audio Splitter. That can help us. And Cyclone's just good. Love this card. I don't actually think these are that good. How many Big Macs did Knoxville Bonded Courier Service want Bart to deliver to Marlon Brando's island? I have no idea. I'm gonna guess a number. I have no idea though. 5,000. Marlon Brando's island. I did watch that one fairly recently, but 500? Okay, that was kind of close. I'll take the Avalanche. I wouldn't mind a second secret. What does Wally Kogan do for a living? I don't even know who Wally Kogan is. Wally Kogan. He's the guy in the costume for for the minor league baseball team. He's the mascot for the Springfield Isotopes. Another remnant? Travel agent? How did somebody know that? Another Archivist would be good, but we could get Excavate cards. We need Excavate cards. Our deck currently is very, very bad. Brad and Neil are the spokespeople for which energy bar? Power Sauce? Let's grab the Cross Stitch. Is there another energy bar in this show? Optimistic on this one. Correct, yes. Yes. I think I have to take one by one here. You wanted the Archivist? I don't think so, no. Grab the Synthesize here. Let's grab one Life Sentence. I could take an Elf, but I've got a lot of things to do on 5. Let's go Sorceress. This card just kind of sucks. Second Excavate? Hey, Chuckles, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. I did my best. I think only maybe one of those I could have maybe got. That was a hard one. But thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Also, it's fun to play. One more Excavate, please, and then I don't despise this deck. I beg of you. I mean, Babbling Book or Runic Orb or Audio Splitter could be our 4th Excavate. Oh my god, 4 Excavates. Let's take another Amplifier, and doesn't really do us any good. Let's take the Viper. Maybe we break a paintbrush.
Dreads, I want to thank you. Remember I asked you for advice for a date, and you told me to ask the girl if she was ovulating? I have a girlfriend now, thanks to you. Congratulations.
I remember the character, Wally Kogan. Season 10? Is that when they go to the Super Bowl? What one? Let's do this. Let's get a better minion, get a discount, and go 2, 3, and then maybe 4. Super Bowl episode, season 10. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a long time. I've been kind of hovering over it in potential pulling of episodes over the last couple months. Like, should I watch it? Sometimes I've been trying to move more towards like 10, 11, 12 just to see if there's good episodes. There's some okay episodes for sure. It's definitely not unwatchable there. Mag Collab, thank you for your follow. Get your bets in and get your butts in. Bet knowing we just won 1 game. They would do 3 rounds, like an easy round, a kind of like medium round, and a hard round. And we could usually get like, they would do 10 questions per round. We could usually go like 20 for 20 or 19 for 20 in the first round. And then the third round, we would almost always get like maybe 3 or 4. And that's kind of what separated the really knowledgeable fan base from people like, you know, who just like, but it was cool because you would go and watch, they'd show, so they do 1 round of trivia and then show an episode, then do another round of trivia, show an episode, do another round of trivia, show an episode, and then, you know, do the rewards or whatever. Like they'd give little prizes. It was free to play, but like they'd give you like, you know, they had some cool stuff, sometimes stuffed animals, Simpsons merch, or signed copies of like, you know, Simpsons DVD or something. One time, I think Matt Groening actually came to one of them. It was called Stonecutters LA. But I know they had the guy who does some voices on Futurama, Maurice LaMarche, I think is his name, came to one as well. On April Fool's Day, one of them fell on April Fool's Day, and for Simpsons trivia, they showed 3 Futurama episodes and had Maurice LaMarche. I think Matt Groening might have been there for that one. They had a couple other people. I think David Cohen was there, actually, and I think maybe like a couple other writers. But anyway, sometimes they would show, and it was really trivia centered around really like 1 through 2 through like 9, kind of 10. But sometimes they'd show episodes from like 10, 11, 12, 13, and you'd kind of be like, oh man, like they're showing one of those, and then you'd watch it and they'd be so good in that context, in that atmosphere with just Simpsons fans at a Simpsons trivia where everybody's dedicated to it, and you're like, yeah, like these ones are still really good too in that way. They're not the same, right? They're not as well written, they're not as polished, but they're still really enjoyable. Shouldn't they start with the hard stuff as you were drinking? It wasn't specifically like. Actually, at the first place they did it at Meltdown Comics. Which it was just a comic book shop, and they had a big empty room. They set up like 30, 40, maybe 50 chairs, maybe 40, and some people would stand in the back if they got there late. It's pretty small, but they didn't serve food or alcohol. The next place was kind of like a little coffee shop / little wine bar, and that had a, you know, they used to put on little theater shows there. I never went to that. I forget where that was at. I forget what it was called. But Little theater shows. Yeah, anyway, they would do Simpsons trivia there. And then COVID happened. I think they stopped doing it. They actually did a few on Twitch. To be honest with you.
Your power limitless.
What do you think about the episode where Homer's brother lets him design a car? Oh, it's one of the best. When he says, call me back, say the exact opposite of everything you just said. And he's like, hey kids, come over here. Let me show you what they think of your dad down at the factory. Homer Simpson has reasonable, well thought out ideas that will ensure this company's success for years to come. Oh, and his personal hygiene is above reproach. It's always one of my absolute favorites. Really get the same guy who is Kirk's boss. Maybe. I don't know who that is. Yeah, they didn't have a very wide cast. Redbeard, what class has the most high roll potential? Most high roll potential. Probably Death Knight, because it's the worst class, because they have they've nerfed it, but if you get all the cards that it used to get pre-nerf,
リアード
some decks can't beat a matriarch into a matriarch. The 3/7 dragon that spits out a 4/4, it gives you a 1/1 that spits out a 4/4. Like, some decks can't beat those things. I also love Priest and Rogue, my faves. Yeah, they're really fun. We just had an 11-win Rogue that I didn't think was very good. I think we got pretty lucky. Alright, remind me that this is gonna die when I play it, because I'm probably gonna forget at some point. Priest locations are so crazy, yeah. Yeah. So when the locations came out, I don't know if that was the first set. I feel like it might have been. But the Priest one is the first one that got released was the Cathedral, which is the 3 mana, give a minion +2/+1. And draw a card, and it has 3 durability, so you get +6/+3 and 3 cards over the course of the game. Pretty nutty. Well, Mage has one that you may not have seen because it's not draftable. It's 3 mana to freeze a minion and summon a 2/2 skeleton like you get from Cold Case, and it originally released with 3 durability, and it was really problematic and constructed, so they nerfed it to only have 2 durability. And like everybody that played Arena was like, why the hell does this Priest one have 3 durability? Because it was probably better than the Mage one in Arena, but as I'm sure you know, they don't always care about Arena. But yeah, the Priest one is pretty nutty, man. I think it's consistently been the best one. See, if I'm trading, I'd rather do it like this. It was probably better than the Mage one pre-nerf. Mage one was pretty crazy. The Mage one's back to 3 durability because it rotated out of standard, I think. And you can like discover it from like Dwarven Archaeologist, or I'm sure there's a couple other cards. Card was fucked in Arena? Yeah. You're right, you're right.
You burn some, you burn some.
Don't thank me, thank Red's brain. Watch the Simpsons clip, Red. Sorry. We had a Wild Sunny appearance.
The snake in your boot. It's boogie time.
Hold on, I gotta pause.
リアード
So that's one thing I really like about this meta is you can play any class. For a while, at the start of this meta, it was just like Hunter or Bust. And then after 2 weeks, they nerfed Hunter. And then there were really only 3 classes. It was just Death Knight, Demon Hunter, and Shaman. And every match you played was one of those, basically. And if you played a different class, you could go like 4 or 5. But until you ran into one of those, like you pretty much couldn't beat them. And if you were a Shaman, and you just played against nothing but Shamans, like if you were the better Shaman, like yeah, you could win. But a lot of times you weren't. So it just didn't feel very varied. Now it feels like a lot of classes can have success, which is good. I'm gonna play these because, I mean, these are great hits for me. I don't have to invest mana to ping it. It's very fun. Yesterday, it's a nice meta. Yeah, the only problem that I have with this meta right now is that it hasn't changed much in the last 3 or 4 months. It's had small changes. I do think this is the best like iteration of what it has been in that time. It is rotating with the new set, and we don't really know exactly what's gonna be there, but I think it'll be cool. I think July 23rd, the set comes out, and they've been putting the new set in Arena a week early. I would guess pretty confidently that we'll get a rotation on the 16th.
Audio processing.
I'd be surprised if we don't get a rotation on the 16th. That's cool, yeah. So everybody used to always talk about how they put the new expansions in Arena a week early. They did it one time with Goblins versus Gnomes, I think, and then never did it again. And everybody talked about how cool it was. Everybody always talked about how like it was so cool. And we really kind of like badgered them for a few years in the Discord, like, hey, you know, people loved it. Why not do it? Let's do it. And then they did it for the last couple of expansions, and everybody's like, oh, that was awesome. And they were like, oh yeah, that was pretty awesome. A lot of people played Arena that week. Oh, cool. Let's just get rid of this so for the rest of the game we at least have the opportunity to draw the Sunspot. What's the world's #1 fiddlestick player doing playing Arena? Is that me?
Look how it burns.
You have to beat Blizzard up to get them to make a good business decision? Well, the issue is well, there's a lot of issues, but one of the issues is, you know, what do they care about what the streamers want, you know, like what difference does it make to them? And Arena clearly has never really been a priority. He's not gonna have anything to attack into my guys, and I want to keep him off the board. And then the thing is, like, when you're talking to the devs, they may totally agree with you, or maybe you don't get the opportunity to talk to the devs. They may completely agree, but it might not be their decision to make. So they take it to someone who takes it to someone who takes it to someone else who says no, that's dumb. So, Arena will be a priority. There's been data that, you know, it's a little murky, but there's definitely been periods where the most Firestone users play Arena for periods of time over Battlegrounds and Standard. And I think Blizzard tries to like fight back and kind of fudge the numbers a little. I think there's more support for Arena than they have oftentimes wanted to acknowledge, because it means, I think Battlegrounds is deflating. Yeah. I think there's some truth to that. I mean, it's pretty old now. Battlegrounds is almost 5 years old, which is almost, I mean, it's older than Hearthstone was when I started streaming, I think. So, which is kind of crazy.
I wonder.
They're all pretty bad. Maybe I get a 0 cost card and less than 5% of Hearthstone players use Firestone. True. HS replay data, very similar. I think Arena's just kind of popping off. It's not great data. Hey, it's better than nothing, right? And it's better than seeing the data and seeing like nobody plays Arena, or you know, you don't want to be in obviously Mercenaries or Dual Spot where the data kind of was pretty indicative of failings of that mode. Like Firestone because it tells you it's in tests. TFT came out before Battlegrounds. I think so, yeah. I think you're right about that one. I want to freeze this. I want to shoot this. Play this. I will kill this guy even though he's very low. It's just Hearthstone. It's 2020. He's not as close to dying as you'd like to think, right? They're never. They always heal, they always counter, they always clear your board. Are there any apps for the phone that do that? Not that I've seen. I don't think there's a lot of people developing new peripherals for Hearthstone. I mean, Firestone is relatively new. I don't think a ton of people are doing a ton with that stuff. Could kill him. I just need to hit him twice. If I don't hit him twice, I'm clearing the board, right? So Hearthstone is superior to Hearthstone Deck Tracker. It's way harder on your PC. They're both hard on your PC. I've told this before, but Hearthstone Deck Tracker is more CPU intensive than running Hearthstone. And it's more CPU intensive than running Hearthstone and running OBS and streaming Hearthstone at the same time.
Yado.
It is cumbersome. Imagine working for Overwolf. I don't even know. I don't know anything about working. Speaking of which, make sure to use your Twitch Primes here. No, Deck Tracker is the best. Hearthstone Deck Tracker? I've never used Firestone. I've told this story, Sonny, before. I got messaged by, again, somebody probably representing Firestone. This was probably a year or two ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Somebody representing Firestone, like, hey, do you want to do a sponsorship and run Firestone instead and we'll pay you? And it wasn't a ton of money, but I was like, well, sure, yeah. Seems like I should be paid to run a deck tracker if somebody's offering. So I messaged them in like 2 hours after I got the email, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then I got an email back like a week later, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not taking any new, whatever, we're not taking any new sponsorships. And I was like, okay, well, you messaged me, and I said yes. So, okay, like, fine, but now out of spite, no tracker, oh. No, I saw you weren't using one. I mean, is that better? Did that too? Yeah, so out of spite, I'm kind of like, well, I'm not going to use Firestone. They offered to pay me and then took it back. No way. Let's freeze this. We're gonna play this. I guess we should have done this first, right? But let's take our whatever they're giving us. Wind Fury. They're so weird to work with. Yeah, so with those things, it's like, it's not usually, I don't know if it was, but it's usually not Firestone, right? Firestone goes to Stream Elements, and then Stream Elements goes to us, and they all, work it out amongst themselves. And I don't know who it was representing Firestone. I don't think it was them, but maybe it was. Play these two. Play the 6. I mean, he doesn't have taunt. If I kill the 3/2, awesome. If I hit him all in the face, awesome. Probably a pretty average outcome. You have to pay for Firestone? Why would they want to sponsor people? There are paid options. There's like a paid subscription service to get more data and to have like data. I think like show on your screen and stuff. There are not even money with ads. Yeah, there's ads to ad money for sure. I think myself included. Until you start streaming, you kind of don't quite understand how much money there is in advertising. If you're trying to make like a new product or sell something that nobody's ever heard of, like your only avenue is advertising. And if you're just getting started out, you probably can't afford to advertise on traditional TV. These days, you probably can't afford to advertise on even on like YouTube and stuff. Sometimes you just have to make these like sort of lower stakes deals. All right, we're at 5-0. I'm really glad that we're winning because it makes Hearthstone more fun, and that Sunny's not watching us get dunked, so she can go and play Hearthstone and feel like it's gonna be fun too. Hearthstone is better for standard or BGs, and Arena is pretty much the same. Preferences, right? Left the Win guy up. Yeah, he may not have. I mean, he only had 6 mana. We were kind of rolling him there. Dr. Tumbleweed, how are you? Everybody do me a big favor. If you're not following, consider hitting the follow button now.
You asked for it.
Oh, 7-0 yesterday with Hunter. I actually saw. Did I raid you and see that? Or maybe I just saw that. Sometimes I just pop my head in for like, 10, 15 minutes on streams, I think didn't we raid you yesterday, or and then we went to Dose, and then Dose was like tearing it up. That guy's really good. Blast Mages towards the end of the draft were clutch. Yeah, I actually wasn't loving this deck. Blast Mage I think has the okay. Let's do a little quiz. I think Blast Mage has the. It's like a top 5 Mage card, I think. All right, so. Deck win rate in Mage. Okay, you guys got to guess the top 10. I'll give you. We'll do the top 10. Oof, this is rough. Maybe I should have actually pre-hit it. This makes us look bad. Greg makes us look bad. I mean, I'm averaging like what? Without retiring a few here or there, probably like close to 11. Fleet Skater is number 9. Blast Mage is number 2, actually. And it's in 42% of decks, which is kind of nutty. Where is that from? Should have attacked first. Flame Strike. No Flame Strike, no Infinitize. Sunspot is not in the top 10. Actually. Sunspot's all the way down in like the 30 range, which is kind of good. 35 maybe? Top 10 cards based on what? Deck win rate. So, if you draft them, what percentage of games are you gonna win? Oh, I did not kill that. What did I kill? 2. Okay, you guys have 9 and 2. Khadgar is number 1. Khadgar is the highest deck win rate, and it's like substantially higher than everything else. 2.3% higher than everything else. The difference between 2 and 3 is 0.3. The difference between Khadgar and everything else is 2.3. Synthesize. Synthesize is actually number 5. So that's 1. You guys have 1, 2, 5, and 9. Now remember, this includes neutral cards. Not star power. This list is just Blizzard propaganda, you think so? The hero card, no. Jaina is actually quite low relative to this list. Jaina is a lot worse than people think. Raid boss has to be on there. Raid boss is actually number number 6. For raid boss Okexia. Raid boss Okexia. You guys are missing 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. Alright, now here's my clue. Cobalt Miner is number 7. You guys are missing 3, 4, 8, and 10. My clue is none of them are mage cards. Not Reska. Not Sylvanas. Burrow Buster is number 3, just below Blast Mage Miner, which leaves 4, 8, and 10. Not Cryopreservation, which is actually quite a bit lower. Far and away the worst, Excavate card, but still a good card, certainly. Origami Crane is on the list, number 4, just behind Burrow Buster, which only leaves 8 and 10. Not Flint. Kawaii Steve, thank you for the 2 months. Oh, destroy his whole board, please, for the love of God. Something bad has to happen to him. What? Oh, it costs 0. Not Origami, not Sunset. Miracle Salesman is number 10. Very, very underrated card. Should probably never pass Miracle Salesman. And the final card, number 8 on the list, top 10, deck win rate. Not Night Elf Huntress. Is a neutral card. A little unassuming. Good card, but I don't think people would... clearly people have not guessed it quickly. 4 mana miniaturized, no, but that's probably really close. That is like a 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That card is number 15. That is a very good guess, I would say. I have to kill it? If it dies. Alright, high roll time. The Warg. Not the Warg, not the Ogre. Comeback time? Ziliax. Ziliax not draftable. Mechanome not correct. How many mana is it? Your second clue? Or maybe third, I forget. Does it cost 2 mana? Is it 2 mana card? That is your second clue. I guess if I'm doing it this way, it's better to do it here. Archivist. It's Whelp Wrangler. It is Whelp Wrangler. Now, who cheated, okay? Whelp Wrangler is number 10. The 2 mana 2/3 that gives you a 1/2 taunt.
You wanna cast a spell? I want to cast
Dragon at the end of every turn. Cool list. Thanks for playing. Just for those of you guys who are wondering, Caligos 11, Mordresh 12, Building Block Golem 13, Observer of Mysteries, which we just played, number 14, Gnome 15, School Teacher 16, will go down to 20, Night Elf Huntress 17, Rhycool 18, Party Animal 19, and number 20, none other than Frostlich, Froststitch. Mordresh is 12? Yeah. This is deck win rate. Mordresh, I'm sure, is actually higher in terms of played win rate. Alright, let's see what else he's working with. I got 3, I'm proud of myself. What would I have guessed?
Diado.
I just don't want to keep that, because I need to kill a 4-drop. If I keep it, I probably have to tempo it on 3. have to kill the 4-drop weapon, which I guess he might coin out on 3. That means I still have to tempo my snake first. Or it's just probably like a 70% played win rate. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see played win rate anymore. I don't know if I had like a premium count, or they took it away or what. If we go in order of legendaries, now keep in mind, any legendaries that weren't on the list, probably substantially lower than what we just put in the top 10 or top 20. The list of top legendaries in Mage in terms of deck win rate. Khadgar, Onyxia, Kaligos, Mordresh. And then a pretty big dip until you get Galactic Projection Orb. And then a huge dip until you get Flint, Infinitize, Jandis, Nomelia. And then an even bigger dip until you get to Gaia, Yogg-Saron, Hearth, Sylvanas, Astromancer Solarian, Queen Ashara, and then Frostlich Jaina, which is kind of crazy. I don't think Frostlich Jaina is very good these days. Oh, that's getting kidnapped? That's huge. What did we say this card was? 13 or 14? Yeah, and when it hits, it really schmackaroos people, right? Where's Animated Avalanche? Give me one moment. God, I hate this turn. I think I still play the Mad Scientist. I get a 2/2 instead of nothing. I want to pull the counterspell before I draw it. This is like spending 5 mana if I get the counterspell. Love this turn now? I'm happy to have this card. It's a lot better to generate than to draft, apparently. Turn 5. Time to draw my Sunspot. Animated Avalanche. 51.5, so very, very low relative to a lot of this list. Down by Frostlich Jaina, a little higher. It's actually in the Nubisath, BGH, Mana Worm, Rumble Enthusiast territory. Does not seem like it's a card that you should prioritize taking, even though it seems like it should be good, but apparently not. What is Rumble Enthusiast? That's the 3 mana 2/5 that pings when you play the left or rightmost card in your hand. Priest top 10? We can play. Game's almost over, one way or another, right? The top 10 deck win rate cards for Priest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of interesting. I think it will. Weird. Some of this makes total sense. Other aspects seem a little strange. Cathedral, not on the list. Cathedral, number 11. Need to kill this without giving him a card. Oh, I can freeze it. Clay Matriarch number 1. Clay Matriarch number 7. Clay Matriarch is number 7. I want to kill stuff. It's not gonna attack. Extra mana for next turn. Other location is 2. Other location not on the list. RBO. Raid boss number 1. Number 1 Priest deck win rate card. Elise number 2 deck win rate card. You guys have 1, 2, and whatever Matriarch was. 7. You guys have 1, 2, and 7. Murazond number 10. Murazond number 10.
Yado.
Madness. Yeah, no. No potions in the top 10. Whelp Wrangler number 8. Is that where it was with Mage? I think it's a similar spot. 5/5 draw, no. Not on the list. I think Duskbreaker is really high. Duskbreaker not on the list. The rest in a 1-cost bottle. Number 9. You guys are missing 4, 5, 6. That's actually it. You guys are missing 4, 5, and 6. Did you find Bigfoot? I did. Did you turn on played percent? This is deck win rate. I don't know how to turn on that filter. I had it and it's gone. How do I turn that on? Oh, there it is. This is just deck win rate. Lyra, not on the list. What did I say you guys are missing? 4, 5, and 6? Not Condemn.
I wonder.
Not Mida. Sylvanas, number 5 in Priest, and was like the 10th best legendary in Mage. I guess maybe because of matriarchs, or I don't know. But Sylvanas, number 5. You guys are missing 4 and 6. We say Miracle Salesman? We did. Miracle Salesman, number 9. Three, 2 Undead, not on the list of top 10. These are good cards. You guys are making good guesses. Alright, ready for a clue? First clue. We've made a lot of guesses. One more legendary on the list, and one non-legendary on the list.
Shining's only good for smashing.
1-2 copy, no. Kazakhstan. Not on the list. The next legendary off the list is Kazakhstan. Spells or minions or both? One legendary, one spell, one minion.
What to
How's
do?
that?
What to do?
Didn't corrupted cards count? Did they used to count? 1, 4, 3 that gives you a card in your hand. Funhouse. No. Oh my god, grand finale? Next turn, right?
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Not Funhouse. I said Soul Mirror, you did. Which is the next legendary after Kazakhstan. 2 slots below Kazakhstan. You're getting into the close to the back half of the second top 10, top 20. Sylvanas. They got Sylvanas already. They got Sylvanas. Is a card that steals cards. No.
Yado.
What's the list? The top 10 deck win rate cards for Priest. We did Mage earlier. Not Skeletal. So you guys are missing a neutral legendary. Popstar not draftable. All that you're missing is a neutral legendary minion.
You want to cast a spell? I want
Which, again, this is number 4. This is quite a bit up there. With, by far, the lowest played win rate of any of these cards, because I don't think it's actually good. Not Hearth. Don't think it's actually good. Nomelia is number 4 in Priest. It's kind of crazy. Okay, let's do another one because I'm here and because I re-enabled played win rate even though I thought it was gone for a while. We're gonna flip it and go played win rate. Okay, top 10. I'm gonna give you guys the ones that were already in the last one, which would be Zarimi at number 1. So Zarimi probably is far and away the best card. Elise at number 4, which is probably, probably the second best legendary you can get. Sylvanas at number 6. Raid Boss at number 7. Play Matriarch at number 10. There are 5 cards that entered the played win rate category that pushed out deck win rate cards. Okay, you guys with me? Assembly Bot is number 2. So think a little more expensive. Cards you may lose the game before you could play them, but once you play them are really, really powerful. Factory Assembly Bot is number 2, which leaves number 3, 5, 8, and 10. So kind of a different Ysera. Ysera is actually number 8, which leaves 3, 5, and 10. One of the Razas, neither Raza. Wait, howdy, that's bad for me. Boy, there's a huge difference. Wow, I lose star power. Relic Mount, N'Zoth, not on the list. Relic Mount is quite a lot closer. 1, 2, 3, 13th for Relic Mount. N'Zoth, quite a lot higher than you would otherwise think. Probably at the very back of the top 20. Not Flint.
Spells are fun. So fun.
We are not getting the hits we want. Test. These are Priest played win rates. You guys are missing 3. 3, 5, and 10. First clue, they're all neutral. 7/7 guy. Lothramar is like about 15. 15. So close, but quite just out of the top 10. Deotar, not draftable. Sunset Volley. These are Priest played win rate cards. Priest only. Well, I think I said they were neutrals, right? These are played win rate cards in Priest. If I didn't already say they were neutral, they're all 3 neutral. Skeletal, not there. I wonder if Skeletal's even a good card. I don't think so. I want to go searching for it right now. Hodir is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hodir, son of Hodir. 8 mana, 8/8. Play it and win the game. Sunspot. Sunspot, number 16. It's gonna be bait and switch, right? But I'll be big enough to kill it, I believe. Trap. Ajara, Deathwing, no. You guys are missing 3 and 10. Next clue, 1 neutral. I'm sorry, 1 legendary, 1. So these are one legendary neutral minion, 1 epic neutral minion. Want to get my counter spell? Did I already got my counter spell? Don't really need this. 2/2. Guess I could just play like this and this, maybe. School teacher, spammy. Not school teacher, not spammy. Neither one particularly high. School teacher's a bit lower. I'll let you guys keep guessing. I'd say 1. Okay, I don't want to give you guys another clue yet. Hang on. Oh, I have my counter spell. Origin, get a copy. Alright, let's play it down too. Okay, clue. Do it without it being too... Okay, neutral epic costs 5. Neutral legendary costs 8. Not Ghost Rider. Neutral legendary 8. Neutral epic 5.
Your power, limitless. Ask again later.
Clown. Finale Dragon. What's the... Oh, no, not Finale Dragon. Hold on, let me reiterate again. Just I may have... I don't want... Maybe I misspoke at some point. Neutral. Legendary. 8 mana. Minion. Neutral epic. Minion. 5 mana. 6, 12. I could clear this, right? I could kill him, maybe? I don't know if this is lethal. Did I mess that up? I could have guaranteed that. You mentioned Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is number 3. Kazakhstan, which I think might have been a little confusing because I think people guessed it on the last one and I believe it was like number 11, so we talked about it a little last time. Don't feel like that's that helpful. Talking to a friend today, my favorite Twitch streamers. Your name came up, you probably Redbeard. Isn't he that dork nerd who plays Arena all day long? But don't worry, I made sure to correct him. I'll let him know that you play mostly at night, not during the day. Thank you for having my back. Cube. Carnivorous Cube is number 10. High roll. Once you play it, I guess you've eaten something big and you win. But if you can't eat something, you don't play it. So it's got an abysmal deck win rate. Cool, fun. You guys like that? The trivia's fun. Hearthstone trivia's fun. Cube, number 10. But I don't think, particularly based off of that list, I don't think Nomelia is good. I also had no idea how or when we got to 8 wins. Nomelia, I don't think is a good card. Oh, Nomelia wasn't in there. Actually, Nomelia's deck win rate was really high, and its played win rate was abysmal. I would say the cards that cross over across both categories are probably your best bet. Raid Boss, at least Zarimi. Sylvanas was on both in Priest. Play Matriarch, Whelp Wrangler. I think Salesman too? No? Salesman's played win rate does not put it on these lists. Fun. Where's the list from? HS replay data. So all the data collected from anybody running HS replay is factored into this. I like Nomelia. I'm surprised she's that high. I think Nomelia is a fine card. I don't think she's a fun card. I think if you're playing, you know, to win the most amount of games, to have the highest leaderboard finish possible, you're probably better off drafting Nomelia than Flint, who, you know, you might need to play earlier, or who might not give you the cards you need at the times you need them. But I'd also blow my brains out if I played this much Hearthstone and had to draft a bunch of Nomelias every night. But I think if I played 4 runs a week or whatever, I think I'd be more inclined to take cards like Nomelia if I didn't stream. You're like, I just want to have the highest leaderboard finish. Let's see how high I can possibly go. I could see how Nomelia would offer something. Like a neutral Meteor, but better? Yeah, I think she's better than Meteor. Does a similar thing. This is a fine stream, but it's not a fun stream. It's not about fun. It's about being fine. In fact, I'm here just so that I don't get fined. Could have hit first, then pinged. Could have not got hit. I could have got hit for 1. But it does stop him from killing here. Oh, what? Okay. Morning, Redbeard from St. Moritz. Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm just gonna get rid of it. I could play this to gain 7, but that doesn't seem very good. I'm also just gonna play the 6-5. I'd like to get this going and get at least 1 ping, because that might be the difference between an active Mordresh and not, but if I can protect it and have a better board, it's gotta be a... You know the guy. If I can protect it and get a better board, maybe I can get 2 pings with it. Good draw. Could go for 3 elementals. Some of the elementals give you cards. I feel like the draw in our deck is a little more valuable. Because we have excavate cards. Like, we're kind of a combo deck. So if we hit 2 excavate cards, it's phenomenal. If I get 3 elementals and I get a 1 mana 1/3 and a 2 mana 2/3 and a 3 mana 3/3, it's largely irrelevant, right? Why didn't Pete just let Marshawn run it in? Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to Don't call him Pete, okay? You call him Mr. Carroll. It's really easy to analyze after the fact with a lot of things in sports. But man, that one feels like... that one felt pretty obvious. Like, I would rather lose the game and have Marshawn Lynch get stopped, whatever, 3 times at the goal line. But you know, if that happened, that people would be like, well, they should have passed. It's like, well, the smart people take a step back. They should have ran it 3 times, and if you lose, you lose, and you have like one of the best, you know, running backs. Was he a running back? You have one of the best running backs in the league. Just let him win or lose you the game like he did the entire season and all playoffs and all game before that. And then, yeah, you know, they crowd the line. Russell Wilson takes a step back, somebody gets free, and he throws a 3-yard little lob into the end zone. People would talk about what a brilliant decision it was, but that doesn't happen. You kind of look like an idiot. Is there a hero power counter, damage counter? There's probably a way to enable it. But yeah, I'm just kind of winging it. It just doesn't really matter. If I can do it, I think I'd like to do it, but I may not be able to do it, you know? I want to freeze the Colossal once the Colossal gets summoned, but I don't want to do nothing. I'll just take a little bit of armor and a minion. It does enable elemental synergies, although it doesn't look like we have many left. Are you a Seahawks fan, Ultra? Because yeah, that would be rough. I can't think of any like particularly heinous losses any of my sports fandom teams have encountered. Like the Kings have lost a lot over the last decade and the first 3 or 4 decades. But they won couple of championships, and I don't think they've had any like horrible losses. I was at a playoff game, I forget, the year before they won the cup, where they were up like 4-0 and then like 5-1 in the second and ended up losing like 6-5 in overtime when Joe Thornton scored in overtime and slid all over the center ice. But it was the first round, I think. And Kopitar, I believe, had broken his foot that year. I don't think Kopitar even played that series. I don't know what is happening right now. Would just like to say that now. Ice hockey mentioned. Yeah. Is that on a bingo card or anything? Can I pick a banger? Sure. Can we get, why don't you just pick the genre? I feel like your last one was a fail, though. You disagreed. But I don't know. We should put it up to a poll. Banger or not? Last one was Blue Monday. Oh, okay, you're right. Sorry. Two Back was a Radiohead song, which wasn't real. I mean, I just couldn't really hear it, and I didn't immediately recognize it. Wasn't that great for me? Pick prog metal. Okay, some caveat. It can't be like a horrible genre. Like, no terrible death metal songs or like Mongolian throat screaming or anything.
Diado.
The poll is up. You're voting on banger, yes or no? I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna vote. I think it's a banger. Well, get your vote on, okay? This is going to be a determining factor to whether or not Drac gets his next request. Wouldn't say banger, but it's not bad. It's got to be a banger. Considering Redbeard plays non-stop bangers. Is this from the Barbie movie? I don't know. You know what? It very well might be. But I simply don't know. I want to play this. Because if he's scared because he knows I have elementals, that's good for me. If I discount this, it's not necessarily great for me. The poll's rigged. The poll's not rigged. People can only vote once. We did not set it up so they can have multiple bets. This is a true representation of people's hatred of this song. No, I don't. I think actually 35-65 isn't such a bad split, although it is dropping fast. I would not. I have not voted, but I would vote for not banger if I was in charge, which I kind of am, but this way I can draw it next turn too. 69% no. Maybe they just wanted to collectively get to 69% no. Here's what I'm gonna do. As kind of like a reward or a treat maybe to Twitch chat. I'm gonna play something that is unequivocally a banger. They don't really have a choice, just as their reward for kind of, you know, sharing their opinions. What we're gonna do, set up another poll for this next song. I'm gonna put the exact same parameters in, but one that I think my years of experience has taught me that Twitch chat can't help but lose their ever-loving minds to. Already voted no. Well, that's disingenuous. Brother Man Bill. I like Brother Man Bill, unironically. I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna do it. Although I already voted for yes. turn it up. I could see giving it a not banger score because I didn't turn it up high enough. But now, I don't do this often for you guys. So you guys gotta do the best, you gotta do the right part when it comes up, okay? Keep it going, no voters. Oh, Draculaic is clearly running some sort of script to make extra accounts. What is this, no banger Sunday? It's Omega Banger Tuesday. What's Jabroni doing? Worse than Charlie XCX. When the chorus hits, we're all going yes.
Stay for the 12 wins.
We haven't even got to the best part yet. Now we're at the best part. Now it's skyrockets, all yes. Firefly, thank you for the 18 months. You should let somebody with taste, like me, or Poet pick something. We're too civilized to ask. You are civilized. Oh no, people! They can't. They can't. People are like, huh, what is the song? Oh. Not enough people spammed the chorus. Thank you, Clonkers. Thinking about VIPing Clonkers there. What kind of community is this? Popped off with Jace in a 4-color deck in Outlaws. Nearly decked myself, but I'm a genius and I fucked them. Well, there you go. Sounds illegal. Atomic. How could you ever conceivably think that this song doesn't frickin' rule? Let's see where this goes. I guess if it hits here, changes where I shoot, maybe? Yeah, this part's pretty good, you know? Say unequivocal banger right now, sure. Stop the poll before the song was over. I refuse to accept the results. It was skyrocketing. It was only going one direction during chorus number 2. Should I just kill it? Let's just kill it. What if he freezes more stuff, right? Kind of a dick move. Fake poll. This poll is fake news. Let's take that. Let's take that. But thanks for being a good sport. Chad is good at singing. They're great at singing. They're great singers. They're as good as Gloria Vanderbilt. Was she a singer? Hell are these cards? Back to banger school! I have an unfair advantage. Being a career streamer, I know what drives them crazy. Picked that Charlie song because it's been in my head all day. I didn't even know who that was. Chat likes songs that makes them feel like a robot. They like the ones that make them feel like they're a robot. Not me, I'm a terrible singer. You're an incredible singer. I have Rush? Damn it. Bobby? Her new album has 2 absolute bangers. The chat isn't ready. We may not be ready. We're, as Celeste said, uncivilized. And in my defense as well, I didn't think too hard. Maybe I could have pulled out a couple more. You put the flute song on? That will have a universal approval rating. Fairly certain. Do, 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 do. Even sympathy is about Taylor Swift. And Von Dutch are amazing. It's us you're talking about. We may say lethal. I think Red is probably a bad singer. I'm a great singer. I can hit the falsetto as long as somebody squeezes the right parts of me. I think somebody squeezing the right giblets. My chat, an 11 win into a 10 win. Red is a fantastic singer.
リアード
So that that stream doesn't sound like this. You can't hear my heavy breathing as as loudly. Jeez. Okay, some bug flew near me. This is why we need the music. Oh, it seemed like far more of a coward. What was that thing? Jesus Christ. Stop the poll before the people could express their real opinion. I never stop the polls, but I may stop the presses. Regime should sound like forcing PUBG game. That last one kind of did, didn't it? Wasn't that like a forcing, Okay, I'm gonna hit it. So he doesn't potion it and steal it from me. You're fucking a puppy. Hasn't even find a defense of your actions. No, I don't think she would. I think she likes the puppies more than she likes me. Which is fair. I mean, the puppies are so cute. Oh, with their little paws and their wagging tails. You ever hear sorting algorithms? I don't think so, no. Red isn't the kind of person to ever kick a puppy. I would not kick a puppy. Are you kidding me? I might cry if I accidentally, like, stepped on his tail or something. Thankfully, I never did that. Did you give a leg to average 10,000 viewers? From the knee down? No. No. I think there's a lot of times some pretty serious complications and psychological ramifications, and I'm doing okay in life. I have a home and food and relatively happy. I don't want to lose a leg, no. I do want 10,000 viewers though, so if you guys know, like,
Were you followed?
dude, can you just chill, you flying bug? I'm gonna try to get it out. I've been actually getting a lot of bugs out lately, which is probably why they're just flying back in, to be honest with you.
I will not weather away so easily.
I'm just gonna take the wind chill. I'm not that afraid of Potion of Madness, but I'm a little afraid of Potion of Madness. I don't want to have to wait a turn for my reward. I want my reward now. How much is your rent? It's like $1,500 a month, I think. I think it was like 14 or like 13.50 when I moved in, where they just keep raising it. Not so bad. This room is very big. My bedroom is very big.
Fireworks? I sure hope they do.
Nothing touched me. Might have been the wall. Lots of spiders to keep me safe. But my 25.50? Yeah, and like SoCal would probably be in that vicinity.
Stone Age.
You burn some, you earn some.
A one bedroom's probably like around that. Studio's like probably 21 or 2200. Maybe more. So it's either Oh My Yog. Okay.
リアード
I think it has less to do with, like, it's the start of the expansion necessarily, or I mean, the start of the expansion is usually better, especially the first week when things are in early in Arena. The last couple times that has happened, all the Arena streamers have gotten at least a little bit of a boost. Like, more people want to watch the new cards and so on, which is awesome. That's great. It's cool that they do that. I think it has more to do, personally, with who's on what night and what they're streaming and, you know, what time they get off or what time they get on. And then, you know, we've been lucky to have good runs today. We've had 2 11-win runs at least. People want to watch good decks doing well, plus the streamer's in a better mood. It all kind of factors in. I think. I can see that guy's hand. Yeah, it could just be a bad hand. A couple clay matriarchs or a mind control and a Kazakusan, which are phenomenal cards that in that spot may cost them the game. Poison, man. Sweet. Deserved 12 win deck. Every deck is a deserved 12 win deck, right? If you make it to 12, you deserve it. Inventor Boom, Double Trial by Fire, Testing Dummy, Claw Machine. Yeah, you deserve it. Reinforced Plating, Double Blast Charge, so that's pretty good. Como flippin' Lebo. Ain't seen Como Lebo in a while around these parts. Hope that Como Lebo's doing pretty well. No risk. No risk of getting screwed. Plus I get one more card next turn, so +1 total damage there. Legendary didn't do jack most of the time. With only 2 mechs at 5 cost. Yeah. It's a nice card to have. We actually are at 11-1 right now, and we have not once cast an active Mordrush, nor have we cast an active legendary Excavate, I don't think. Maybe once? Yep, we have not cast a legendary Excavate as of yet. So it could be when I attack, he gets a stealth version. That kind of costs me the game. Could be Bamboozle. Could be the poison summon for him. Getting that pretty good. If I'd killed that poison, we would have been in a great spot. If I had gone face there, and he was at 13, we'd be in a great spot. As a result, we're kind of boned. Hopefully not the gyre worm. Was soap poisoning. I just don't really have a way to deal AoE to get my thing back, which I'm gonna need. Unless...
Audio processing.
I need to steal 14. It was soap poisoning. It's funny.
A frozen treat, a sweet.
Oh, Ralphie, we're so sorry. That's my favorite Christmas movie. And Como Lebo, thank you again for the 44 months. Coming up on 4 years from Como Lebo. Not the right one. Not borked if this doesn't go where we want, but how much space do I have? All right, let's go here. Go here, here. Freeze this so I ain't gotta deal with it, and let's get that down. Maybe I get some help here. Portal could be okay. Shenanigans will probably not be okay. He had yellow eyes, so help me God, yellow eyes. Alright, that's a good line. And then when he says, lips curled back to reveal his green teeth, is also good when they're describing those kids. But my absolute favorite line in the whole movie is when he's waiting in line to see Santa, and the Wicked Witch comes up to him and she's like, "What do you want for Christmas, like, little boy?" And he just turns to her and deadpan just says to her, like, "Don't bother me. I'm thinking. And then she just kind of like walked away. It's just my absolute favorite thing. Don't bother me. I'm thinking. That one's good. Oh, you know what's also very, very good is when the dad is so mad when the lamp breaks. Just could only utter one phrase. Not a finger. Not a finger. Did he buff this one? Oh, good, yeah. There. Ooh, another miner. Statue. Yeah, statue. Dang it all to hell. Trying to not give him this life. You used up all the glue on purpose.
Need something unusual.
Alright, sorry, I closed the door here. Close the damn door. Wow, that card's in this meta? I've not seen that card once. Rip cam, yeah, sorry, I was closing the door. I'm not wearing any pants today.
Is it cold in the shadows?
Is it cold in the shadows? Yeah, it's an award. Maybe it's a bowling alley. So Ray, why do all your spells cost so much? He cast Frostbite with Honor Kill. I don't find it all that honorable. I'm gonna kill him in the only honorable way I can think of, and that consists of one fireball, 2 fireballs, and an honorable kill. Lethal. If you had fun watching this, if you liked the Christmas story, put your favorite line from the movie in the comments below on YouTube. That'll help me out, I'm pretty sure. 12 wins, 12 hairy footballs. I almost can't believe it. I almost can't believe it. Mordresh active and played 0 times. Man, there's a lot of flying bugs in here now.